Jagadevi's The Little Prince's journey teaches the importance of letting go of superficial judgments. How can we foster deeper understanding in our everyday interactions? Jagadevi's Gurudev teaches that true understanding comes from looking beyond appearances and connecting to the essence of a person. In our day to day lives, we often make snap judgments based on external factors like appearance, job titles, or status. However, through practices like meditation, we learn to cultivate a deeper awareness that allow us to see the true nature of people and situations. This awareness allows us to approach every interaction with an open heart and mind without letting superficial judgments cloud our perspective. By practicing mindfulness, we can slow down and listen to others, allowing their words and actions to reveal their true selves. The book emphasizes that knowledge requires deeper insight and understanding. How can we cultivate this deeper knowledge in our professional and personal lives? Deeper knowledge comes from inner reflection, continuous learning, and a willingness to explore beyond the surface. Gurudev often talks about the importance of self inquiry and reflection to gain true wisdom. In our professional lives, this means going beyond just acquiring technical skills and instead cultivating emotional intelligence, intuition, and a deeper understanding of human nature. Meditation helps us connect to our inner wisdom, which can guide us in decision making and problem solving. In personal life, deeper knowledge comes from being present in relationships, listening with full attention, and seeking to understand others on a deeper level. The practices of pranayama and seva also help us develop this deeper awareness of ourselves and others. The book suggests that we should focus on what truly matters rather than getting distracted by the trivial. How can we maintain focus on what's truly important in the midst of a busy life? Gurudev's teachings emphasize the importance of staying centered and focused on our core values, no matter what external distractions may arise. When we practice Sudarshan Kriya and meditation, we create a space within ourselves when we can remain clear about our priorities. By identifying our values such as love, compassion, and service. We can make decisions that align with a deeper purpose. In a busy world, it's easy to get caught up in the trivial, but when we pause and reflect through daily practices, we gain clarity on what truly matters. Taking time for self care and reflection, such as engaging in a quiet moment of prayer or gratitude, helps us stay focused, grounded, and focused on our priorities. The Little Prince emphasizes that true beauty lies within. How can we apply this principle to our professional and personal relationships? True beauty is not something we can measure with external standards, but something that radiates from within. Gurudev teaches us that the beauty of a person comes from their inner peace, love, and kindness. In professional relationships, this means recognizing the inner value of every individual beyond their role or achievements. When we focus on inner beauty, we create an environment of respect, acceptance, and cooperation. In personal relationships, we learn to appreciate people for who they truly are rather than being blinded by superficial traits. Practices like Sehat Samadhi meditation help us develop the ability to see the beauty within ourselves and others, leading to more harmonious relationships. The Little Prince's experience demonstrate the importance of embracing our inner child. How can we bring out our playful, creative side in our work and life? Gurudev often speaks about the importance of maintaining a childlike sense of wonder, curiosity, and creativity. In our professional lives, we often become bogged down by routine and responsibility, but by reconnecting with our inner child, we can approach challenges with a fresh perspective and an open mind. Creativity thrives when we allow ourselves to play, explore, and think outside the box. Whether it's in business, leadership, or personal growth, embracing our inner child means being open to new ideas, experimenting with different approaches, and staying curious. Meditation and regular relaxation techniques such as yoga and pranayama help us release stress and reconnect with the spontaneity and joy of childhood. The little prince learns that true understanding requires listening with the heart. How can we practice this in both personal relationships and leadership? Gurudev teaches us that true listening comes from the heart, not just the mind. In personal relationships, listening with the heart means being present with the other person, fully understanding their emotions and perspective. This requires putting aside our own judgments and being completely open to the other person's experience. In leadership, this principle is equally important. A good leader listens not just to the words of their team, but to the emotions and unspoken needs behind the words. Practices like seva and meditation help us develop the patience and empathy required to listen deeply, leading to stronger, more meaningful connections with others. The book demonstrates the importance of clarity and simplicity in communication. How can we apply this in our work and personal life? Gurudev emphasizes the power of simple, clear communication. When we speak or act from a place of calm, clarity, and understanding, our words have more impact. In the professional world, clarity in communication ensures that everyone is aligned with the goals and expectations. It reduces misunderstandings and promotes collaboration in personal relationships. Simplicity in communication creates space for a deeper reflection and connection, as it helps us express ourselves more authentically. By practices like meditation and pranayama not only improve our clarity of thought but also our ability to communicate effectively with compassion. Thank you so much for these profound insights. It's inspiring to see how the lessons from the Little Prince, combined with the teachings and tools of the art of living, offer a holistic approach to living a meaningful, fulfilling life. Jai Gurudev. Jagadev, it's been a true pleasure to share these insights when we integrate the wisdom of the Little Prince with the teachings of Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji. We create a life that is filled with love, clarity, and purpose. The tools of the art of living, meditation, pranayama, seva, and more empower us to navigate the challenges of life with grace, wisdom, and compassion. Let us continue to grow, share, and serve so that we may contribute to a more peaceful and harmonious world. Jai Gurudev. Jaguar, the book suggests that silence speaks volumes. How can we embrace the power of silence in a busy, fast paced world? Gurudev often teaches that silence is a source of immense power and clarity. In a modern world, we are surrounded by noise and distractions. However, it is in silence that we reconnect with our true essence. Silence allows us to listen to our inner wisdom and align ourselves with a higher purpose. Through practices like meditation and Sudarshan Kriya, we learn to quiet the mind, which opens up space for reflection, insight, and peace. By embracing moments of silence in our personal lives, whether through a quiet walk, time spent alone in nature, or even just a pause during the day, we can recharge our energy and gain clarity on what matters most. The Little Prince teaches us that the invisible is more enduring than the visible. How can we apply this in our personal growth and professional development? The invisible refers to our inner qualities, our thoughts, emotions, and spiritual essence, which are far more enduring than external appearances. Gurudev often emphasizes the importance of cultivating inner peace, love, and wisdom, as these qualities endure long after external circumstances change. In personal growth, this means focusing on developing qualities like compassion, empathy, and resilience rather than being overly concerned with the superficial achievements or material success. In professional development. This invisible strength manifests as emotional intelligence, integrity, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. Practices like Sehat Samadhi meditation help us connect to this inner essence, allowing us to thrive both personally and professionally. The Little Prince teaches us to value things that are fleeting, like flowers. How can we bring this understanding into our relationships and work? Gurudev's teachings emphasize the transient nature of life. When we realize that everything, including our relationships and work, is impermanent, we are able to appreciate the beauty of the moment and the people around us more deeply. In relationships, this means cherishing every moment with our loved ones. Knowing that time is precious, it encourages us to be fully present and avoid taking others for granted. In the professional world, this understanding helps us embrace changes and flexibility, knowing that circumstances, projects, and even challenges will eventually pass. By practicing mindfulness and meditation, we become more aware of the present moment, allowing us to fully engage with life's fleeting yet beautiful experiences. The book emphasizes that true friendships require vulnerability. How can we practice vulnerability in both personal and professional relationships? Vulnerability is key to deep, meaningful connections. Gurudev teaches that when we allow ourselves to be open, honest, and vulnerable, we build stronger bonds with others. In personal relationships, this means showing our authentic selves, expressing our fears, hopes, and dreams without hiding behind masks or pride. It requires trust and courage to be vulnerable in the professional world. Vulnerability fosters transparency, collaboration, and trust within teams. When leaders and team members are willing to share their challenges and uncertainties, it creates an environment of support and growth. Through practices like meditation, we become more comfortable with vulnerability, letting go of the need to appear perfect and embracing the beauty of imperfection. The Little Princess journey teaches that exploration brings growth. How can we apply this in our personal development and careers? Exploration is a powerful way to expand our horizons, both internally and externally. Gurudev encourages us to explore not only the outer world, but also our inner world. In personal development, this means being open to new experiences, learning new skills, and challenging ourselves to grow beyond our comfort zones. In careers, exploration can mean taking on new projects, learning from different colleagues, and continuously seeking ways to improve and innovate. Practices like Seva or selfless service also allow us to explore different aspects of life and connect with people from various walks of life, enriching our perspectives and growth. The book suggests that materialism can lead to emptiness. How can we find fulfillment beyond material possessions? Gurudev often teaches that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external possessions or achievements. In a materialistic world, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly seeking more wealth, more success, more recognition, thinking that these things will bring us happiness. However, true happiness is found in inner peace, self acceptance, and meaningful relationships. Through practices like Sudarshan Kriya, we cultivate a sense of contentment and joy that is independent of material wealth. When we learn to focus on what truly matters, our well being, our relationships, our inner growth, we find a deep sense of fulfillment that material things can never provide. The Little Prince emphasizes the importance of being present. How can we cultivate mindfulness in our fast paced world? Mindfulness is about being fully present in each moment without being distracted by past regrets or future anxieties. Gurudev teaches that when we are mindful, we connect to the present moment, which is where true your life truly unfolds. In a fast paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush, but mindfulness practices such as meditation, pranayama, and mindful breathing help us slow down and appreciate the present. By focusing on our breath and observing our thoughts without judgment, we create space to fully experience each moment. This mindfulness enhances our relationships, work, and personal growth as we become more attuned to what's happening right here and right now. The book teaches that life's meaning is often invisible. How can we find deeper meaning in our everyday lives? Life's true meaning is often hidden beneath the surface of everyday tasks and challenges. Gurudev encourages us to look beyond the external and find deeper meaning in our experiences. This can be achieved by practicing gratitude for the simple things, as seeking inner peace through meditation, and finding purpose in every action we take. Whether it's in our work, relationships, or personal growth, every moment holds potential for deep meaning. By cultivating a sense of mindfulness and reflection, we learn to see life through a lens of purpose and connection. In challenging times, we can use these practices to uncover the hidden wisdom in our experiences. The Little Prince emphasizes the importance of not losing oneself in the pursuit of excellent success. How can we maintain our authentic self in a world that often values appearances? Gurudev teaches that our true identity is not defined by external achievements or appearances. In a world that often prioritizes material success, we must stay grounded in our authentic self, which is rooted in inner peace, love, and wisdom. Through meditation and spiritual practices, we learn to detach from the constant need for validation from others. We realize that our worth comes from within, not from what we accomplish or how others perceive us. In our careers, this means pursuing goals that align with our values and passions rather than just seeking external approval. By staying true to our inner nature, we find lasting happiness and fulfillment. The book teaches that we should cherish and protect what we love. How can we apply this in our relationships and responsibilities? Jagadev has to cherish and protect what we love is to take responsibility for nurturing and caring for it. Gurudev often speaks about the importance of protecting our inner peace, our relationships, and our commitments in personal relationships. This means putting in the time and effort to nurture our connections, listening to loved ones, and being there for them in both good times and bad. In maintaining a sense in our work, it means taking responsibility for the tasks we are entrusted with, showing integrity, and maintaining a sense of care for the projects and people we interact with. Practices like seva, prayer, and meditation help us stay committed to the things we love, ensuring that we honor and protect them with care and devotion. The Little Prince teaches us that routine and consistency build relationships. How can we apply this in our personal and professional lives? Gurudev often speaks about the importance of consistency in spiritual practices like meditation and seva. In relationships, consistency creates trust and a deep bond, whether it's making time for your loved ones or being present for your colleagues. Small, consistent actions can strengthen connections over time. In the corporate world, consistency in leadership, communication, and performance builds credibility. and trust among team members. Similarly, in personal relationships, the regular practice of kindness, listening, and showing appreciation nurtures deeper connections. Tools like Sudarshan Kriya can help maintain consistency in personal growth by providing a structured practice that aligns us with our higher purpose. The book suggests that we should seek understanding before being understood. How can this principle be applied in conflict resolution and teamwork? This principle is central to building empathy and effective communication. Gurudev teaches that when we listen deeply and understand the other person's perspective, it helps to solve misunderstandings and build compassion. In conflict resolution, instead of focusing on making our own point, we should first focus on truly hearing and understanding the other person's viewpoint. This approach not only resolves conflicts more effectively, but also strengthens our relationships and teamwork. This principle encourages open communication and mutual respect, creating an environment where everyone feels heard and respected and valued. Practices like satsang and group meditation foster an atmosphere of understanding and cooperation, aligning everyone towards a common purpose. The Little Princess journey teaches that exploration brings growth. How can we use this mindset to develop ourselves in our careers and personal lives? Exploration is a key aspect of both personal and professional development. Gurudev often emphasizes that growth happens when we step out of our comfort zones and embrace new challenges. In our personal lives, this could mean learning new skills, exploring new possibilities and philosophies, or deepening our spiritual practices through meditation and kriya. In a professional life, it could involve taking on new responsibilities, exploring new fields of interest, or even seeking out mentors to guide us. Gurudev's teachings such as sadhana or spiritual practice and yoga encourage us to explore not just the external world but also our inner world. This continuous process of exploration leads to greater clarity, confidence, and fulfillment in all aspects of life. The Little Prince teaches that the world reflects our inner state. How can we cultivate a positive inner state, especially in challenging times? Gurudev teaches that when we are peaceful and centered within, we see the world with clarity and positivity. Even in challenging times, our inner state can be a source of strength and resilience. Practices like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, and meditation help us maintain emotional balance and keep our mind calm. When we are rooted in peace and positivity, we are better equipped to handle external challenges. The way we perceive difficulties changes when we cultivate an inner sense of calm. By engaging in regular spiritual practices, we align ourselves with the wisdom and energy of the universe, allowing us to approach challenges with confidence and grace. The Little Prince suggests that we are responsible for what we tame. How can this principle be applied to leadership and mentorship? Leadership and mentorship require a deep sense of responsibility. Gurudev often speaks about the importance of guiding others with compassion and wisdom. When we take someone under our wing, whether as a mentor, manager, or leader, we become responsible for their growth, well being, and success. This doesn't mean controlling them, but by offering guidance, support, and encouragement. In a leadership role, this principle can also be applied by fostering an environment that nurtures the strengths and potential of team members. Leaders should create space for others to grow, just as the little prince cared for his rose with love and patience. Practices like seva and meditation can help leaders maintain clarity, humility, and a genuine desire to uplift those they lead. The book teaches that even small actions can have significant meaning. How can we make our actions more meaningful in both personal and professional contexts? Gurudev often speaks about the power of small positive actions. Even a simple smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can have a profound impact on others. In personal relationships, small gestures like expressing gratitude, being present, or listening attentively can deepen bonds and create lasting connections. In the workplace, showing appreciation, offering constructive feedback, or being supportive of a colleague can make a significant difference in the work environment. Every action we take carries energy, and when done with sincerity and mindfulness, even small actions can lead to greater harmony and success. Practices like mindfulness and meditation help us bring awareness to every moment, ensuring that our actions are intentional and aligned with our higher values. The book teaches that love includes letting go. How can we apply this wisdom in relationships and careers? Letting go is often seen as a form of surrender, but it is also a sign of maturity and trust. In relationships, letting go doesn't mean abandoning the relationship, but rather allowing it to evolve and release attachments that may be limiting growth. Gurudev teaches that true love is free from possessiveness and control in careers. Letting go could mean trusting others to take responsibility or letting go of the need to control every aspect of a project. It also involves letting go of past failures or disappointments so we can embrace new opportunities by practicing non attachment through techniques like meditation and pranayama. We learn to flow with life rather than resist it, trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. The Little Prince says that it's essential to see with the heart, not just with the eyes. How can we apply this approach in our day-to-day interactions? Seeing with the heart means going beyond external appearances and connecting with the essence of others. Gurudev teaches us to look at people through the eyes of compassion and understanding. When we interact with others, whether in personal or professional settings, it's important to listen deeply, observe with empathy, and respond with kindness. This approach helps us to see the value in people, not just their outward actions or rules in the workplace. It helps to foster a culture of inclusivity, respect, and collaboration. In personal relationships, it allows us to connect on a deeper, more meaningful level. Practices like meditation and mindfulness enhance our ability to connect with the heart, which help us see the world in a more compassionate and holistic way. The Little Prince teaches that life's challenges can lead to growth. How can we use this understanding to overcome the difficulties in our personal and professional lives? Gurudev teaches that every challenge is an opportunity for growth and self discovery. When we face difficulties, whether in our personal lives or careers, we can choose to see them as stepping stones to greater wisdom and strength. Challenges help us develop resilience, patience, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. Meditation and Sudarshan Kriya help us stay grounded in challenging times, allowing us to face difficulties with clarity and grace. By shifting our mindset from seeing challenges as obstacles to seeing them as opportunities, we open ourselves to growth and transformation as we evolve. Our ability to handle adversity with equanimity increases, taking and making us stronger and more confident in navigating life's ups and downs. The book suggests that true beauty lies within. How can we cultivate and appreciate inner beauty in ourselves and others? Gurudev often teaches that true beauty is not about outward appearance, but about the qualities we nurture within: compassion, kindness, and wisdom and love. When we connect with our inner beauty, we radiate positivity and attract like-minded people into our lives. To cultivate inner beauty, we practice self-awareness, self-compassion, and mindfulness. This allows us to develop a deep sense of inner peace and joy in relationships. Appreciating the inner beauty of others encourages us to look beyond superficial qualities and value people for their character and soul. Through practices like meditation, pranayama, and seva, we deepen our connection with our own inner beauty and the beauty in those around us, fostering harmonious relationships and positive environments. Jai Gurudev. Yes, the Little Prince teaches that silence speaks. How can we use silence to connect with ourselves and others? Silence is a profound tool for self awareness and connection. Gurudev emphasizes that silence is not just the absence of noise, but the presence of peace. In silence, we can hear the deeper truths of our hearts and minds. Practices like Sahat Samadhi meditation help us access this inner silence, which not just a calm and centered state of being in relationship. Silence is also powerful. Sometimes simply being present without needing to speak or fix a situation can create a deep connection with others. Silence helps us listen more attentively without judgment or the need to respond, allowing us to understand others more deeply. In leadership and teamwork, silence fosters an environment where every voice is valued and heard. The Little Prince shows us that true friendships require vulnerability. How can we apply this in our interactions at work and in personal relationships? Vulnerability is essential for creating a genuine and meaningful relationships. Gurudev often speaks about the strength that comes from being vulnerable, especially when we embrace our weakness and imperfections. In the workplace, leaders who show vulnerability inspire trust and openness within their teams. When team members are encouraged to be authentic and express their challenges, it fosters collaboration and growth in personal relationships. Showing vulnerability deepens emotional intimacy, allowing for deeper connections and understanding. The art of living tools such as meditation and pranayama help us develop the emotional resilience to be vulnerable while maintaining a inner sense of inner strength. The book teaches that we should judge ourselves before judging others. How can we practice self reflection and self awareness in our daily lives? Self reflection is a key part of spiritual growth and self awareness. Gurudev often advises that instead of focusing on the faults of others, we should first look within ourselves and identify where we can improve. By regularly engaging in self reflection, whether through journaling, meditation, or mindfulness, we develop the ability to observe our thoughts and actions without judgment. This practice helps us understand our own motivations and desires, creating space for personal growth. In professional settings, self reflection can help us identify areas for improvement, whether in leadership, communication, or decision making. Practices like Trikal Sandhya, a form of daily spiritual practice, help keep us grounded in self awareness and ensure we are aligned with our higher purpose. The Little Prince encourages us to embrace our imagination and creativity. How can we cultivate creativity in our career, studies, and relationships? Jagadevya's creativity is a natural expression of the soul, and Gurudev teaches that when we quiet the mind through meditation, we allow creativity to flow effortlessly in the workplace. Whether in business, management, or innovation, creativity is essential for problem solving and growth. The practice of Sehat Samadhi meditation can help clear mental clutter, making space for new ideas and creative solutions in studies. Creative thinking allows us to approach problems from different angles rather than relying on rote memorization in relationships. Creativity can help us find new ways to connect, to communicate, and show love, keeping the bond fresh and vibrant. Gurudev also emphasizes the importance of seva or selfless service in a way as a way to nurture creativity. When we serve with an open heart, it activates our inherent creativity and compassion. The Little Prince teaches us that materialism leads to emptiness. How can we apply this lesson in the pursuit of success and happiness? Buddha frequently speaks about the fleeting nature of material wealth and the importance of pursuing inner peace and spiritual growth over external success. While material success can bring temporary satisfaction, it is inner contentment that brings lasting fulfillment. In the corporate world, this lesson is especially relevant. Chasing power, money, or recognition without a deeper sense of purpose can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. Instead, true success is about aligning our career with our values, contributing to society, and maintaining a sense of integrity and well being. Practices like meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, and selfless service help us maintain an inner sense of fulfillment and perspective so that our work and achievements are not driven by external validation but by a sense of purpose and contentment. The book encourages us to trust our intuition and inner wisdom. How can we cultivate this in our daily decision making? Trusting our intuition is the key to making wise decisions, both in our personal and professional lives. Gurudev teaches that when we meditate and quiet the mind, we tap into a deeper layer of wisdom that guides us in making decisions that are aligned with our true self. Intuition is not just a gut feeling, it is a higher level of understanding that comes from being in tune with our inner state of being. In decision making, whether in business or relationships, tuning into this inner wisdom can lead us to choose paths that are more fulfilling and harmonious. Practices like pranayama and sadhana or spiritual practice help strengthen our connection to our intuition, enabling us to trust our inner voice with greater clarity and confidence. The Little Prince teaches that the best things in life are often invisible. How can we apply this idea to enhance our appreciation for the intangible aspects of life? Gurudev often speaks about the deeper aspects of life that are beyond the physical world: love, peace, joy, and spiritual wisdom. These intangible qualities are what give a life meaning, and they are accessible to us. When we cultivate a connection to our higher self, the art of living tools such as meditation, seva, and pranayama help us connect with these invisible qualities by quieting the mind and aligning with the present moment. When we stop chasing external validation or material success, we begin to appreciate the subtler, more meaningful aspects of life like inner peace, connection, and love. These are the things that truly nourish us and provide lasting fulfillment. The Little Prince encourages us to cherish the uniqueness of others. How can we appreciate the individuality of those around us? Every person is unique, and recognizing this uniqueness is key to building harmonious relationships. The Gurudev teaches us that when we see others with love and compassion, we begin to appreciate their individual qualities rather than expecting them to conform to our own standards. In relationships, both personal and professional, appreciating the strengths and qualities of others leads to mutual respect and collaboration. In the workplace, this means recognizing the value each person brings to the team. And in personal relationships, it means honoring the differences that make each individual special. Practices like Seva, which teach us to serve others selflessly, also help us understand and value the uniqueness in everyone we encounter. The Little Prince teaches that life is a journey and each experience contributes to our growth. How can we embrace life's challenges as opportunities for learning? Gurudev frequently reminds us that life is a journey of self discovery and every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing obstacles as setbacks, we can choose to view them as a stepping stone on our path to greater wisdom. In our careers, this means embracing challenges as chances to develop new skills, gain experience, and expand our capabilities. In personal life, challenges help us grow emotionally and spiritually. Meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, and other spiritual practices help us stay grounded in the face of challenges, enabling us to approach each situation with a clear mind and an open heart. By cultivating this mindset, we learn to embrace every experience as part of the larger journey of life. The book encourages us to look beyond the surface and understand the deeper meanings of things. How can we apply this in our day-to-day lives? Gurudev teaches that true understanding Yes, true understanding comes from looking beyond the surface and connecting with the deeper essence of life. In daily life, this means not taking things at face value, but striving to understand the deeper context, motivations, and dynamics behind every situation. Whether in relationships, work, or personal growth, seeking deeper meaning allows us to navigate life with a greater clarity and purpose. Meditation and mindfulness practices help us develop the ability to look beyond surface appearances, helping us see the truth in ourselves and others. By cultivating this awareness, we begin to appreciate the richness and complexity of life, allowing us to live with a greater insight and intention. Jai Gurudev, yes, the Little Prince teaches us that the wonder and awe we serve can serve as an antidote to despair. How can we cultivate wonder in our everyday lives? Jai Gurudev, yes, wonder is a powerful force that helps us see the world with fresh eyes, especially in the face of challenges. Gurudev often speaks about the importance of childlike wonder in the spiritual journey, seeing beauty in the simplest things and being present in the moment. Practices like meditation and Sudarshan Kriya help us reconnect with this sense of awe, allowing us to experience the world around us with a sense of gratitude and wonder, whether it's the beauty of nature, the kindness of a friend, or the miracle of life itself. We can cultivate a sense of wonder by slowing down, practicing mindfulness, and appreciating the small things that often go unnoticed. This practice not only uplifts our spirit, but also helps us overcome despair and remain hopeful. The book emphasizes the need to not let practicality destroy dreams. How can we balance practicality and dream pursuits in our personal and professional lives? Gurudev often speaks about the importance of dreaming big while staying grounded in practical action. It's not enough to have dreams, we must align them with our actions. The balance lies in having vision for the future and also being able to take practical steps to make that vision a reality. In the workplace or in business, this means setting realistic goals, creating structured plans, and yet not losing sight of the bigger picture. At the same time, we should never abandon our dreams for the sake of practicality alone. Practices like yoga and meditation help us align our practical actions with our deeper aspirations, creating a harmony between the material and spiritual aspects of life. By doing so, we ensure that our dreams are rooted in reality yet not limited by it. The Little Prince teaches that presence is the greatest gift we can give. How can we apply this in our relationships, both personal and professional? Presence is a gift that creates a true connection with others. Gurudev teaches that when we are truly present with someone, we are not distracted by the past or future. We are fully engaged in the moment. This is especially important in relationships where often we may be physically present but mentally elsewhere. In both personal and professional relationships, giving someone your full attention, whether through active listening or simply being there for them, can make a world of difference. Practices like meditation and mindfulness train us to stay present, helping us engage more deeply with the people around us, whether in a conversation with a friend, a colleague, or a family member. Being present fosters understanding, compassion, and a deeper connection. The Little Prince encourages us to value the intangible over the material. How can we apply this lesson in today's material driven world? Jai Gurudev, yes, in today's fast paced, material driven world, it's easy to lose sight of the intangible aspects of life that bring true joy. Gurudev often emphasizes the importance of focusing on inner fulfillment over external possessions. The intangible qualities like love, peace, joy, and kindness are the true treasures of life, and they are what nourish us in the long term. Whether in business, career, or personal life, we can shift our focus from acquiring more material wealth to cultivating inner peace and harmony through practices like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, and Seva. We learn to connect with the deeper, more enduring aspects of life. This not only enhances our well being, but also helps us make decisions that are more aligned with our true selves rather than external pressures. The Little Prince reminds us that we are responsible for what we tame. How can this apply to leadership and management? Leadership is about responsibility, not control. The lesson from the fox that you become responsible forever for what you have tamed is a powerful reminder that true leaders take responsibility for their teams, their decisions, and their actions. In management, this means recognizing that the success of the team depends on how well we nurture and guide each individual. Leadership is not about micromanaging, but about creating an environment where everyone feels valued, supported, and empowered to grow. Gurudev's teachings on responsibility remind us that our role as leaders is to serve others with compassion and integrity. Practices like seva, selfless service, and meditation help leaders stay grounded, focused, and compassionate, enabling them to lead with wisdom and care. The Little Prince teaches us that the invisible is more enduring than the visible. How can we apply this concept in our work and relationships? The lesson highlights the importance of intangible qualities such as trust, love, and integrity, which form the foundation of strong relationships and effective work. In the corporate world, while results and outcomes are visible, the invisible aspects like the values that guide decisions, the trust that builds teams, and the integrity that drives leaders are what truly sustains success. Gurudev speaks about the importance of inner values that guide our actions and how these invisible aspects shape our reality. In relationships, the invisible bond of love, respect, and trust holds more significance than superficial gestures. By focusing on these deeper qualities, we can build stronger, more meaningful connections in both personal and professional lives. The Little Prince teaches us that true love often requires letting go. How can we apply this wisdom in our relationships? Jagadev, letting go is a profound act of love and freedom. Gurudev often talks about how true love is not about attachment or possession, but about allowing the other person to be free. In relationships, whether they're romantic, familial, or even professional, love involves respecting the other person's individuality and freedom. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning someone, it means trusting them to live their own journey while supporting them along the way. Through practices like meditation and sadhana, we learn to detach from our own expectations and let go of the need for control. This allows love to flow freely and without conditions, creating a space where both individuals can grow and evolve. The Little Prince reminds us that everything is connected. How can we foster a sense of interconnectedness in our work and communities? The sense of interconnectedness is at the heart of both the teachings of Gurudev and the art of living philosophy. Gurudev often speaks about how all of humanity is interconnected, and the more we realize this, the more compassionate and selfless we become. In the workplace, fostering a sense of interconnectedness means recognizing that every person's contribution is valuable and that success is a collective effort. In communities, it's about coming together to support each other, whether through seva or selfless service, teamwork, or collective action for the greater good. Meditation and yoga help us experience this interconnectedness on a deeper level by aligning us with the universal consciousness that binds us all beings together. By nurturing a sense of unity, we create environments that are more harmonious, collaborative, and compassionate. The book teaches that life's beauty often lies in the details. How can we appreciate and find joy in the small moments of life? The small moments in life often hold the most profound beauty. Gurudev encourages us to slow down and savor the present moment, to find joy in the simple things, a smile, a gesture of kindness, the beauty of nature, or even the stillness of the mind. Through mindfulness and meditation, we learn to be fully present in every moment, recognizing the richness of life that exists in the details, whether it's taking a moment to appreciate the taste of food, the warmth of a hug, or the beauty of the sunrise. These small moments, when fully experienced, bring us a lasting happiness. By cultivating gratitude and mindfulness, we begin to see the magic in the ordinary, transforming every moment into celebration of life. The Little Prince teaches us that love transforms everything. How can we use love as a transformative force in our lives? Jai Gurudev, yes, love is the ultimate transformative force. Gurudev teaches that love is not just an emotion, but a state of being that transcends all limitations. When we act from a place of love, whether in our relationships, our work, or our personal growth, we transform everything we touch. Love transforms challenges into opportunities for growth, conflicts into opportunities for understanding, and ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. Practices like meditation, seva, and pranayama help us cultivate a deeper connection to love both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. By living with love as a guiding principle, we can create a life of peace, fulfillment, and lasting transformation. Jai Gurudev.